Hey, I'm Gerald.
And I'm Aubrey, and we're from Bass Kicking Adventures.
And we are here to show you some things that we're doing with fishing lures that has been working out really well for us. We are painting red, bloody designs on fishing lure bellies, and it has been working very good for us. We have used these lures a lot before we painted them, and we were catching fish. And now that we painted them, we are actually catching more fish. So I believe that it is working for us, um, but it definitely is not hurting us. It has not hurt the lures at all. All right, so what's the first one?
It's a frog.
All right, so this one here is a frog lure, and I cannot remember who this is made by, but it is a lot like a whopper plopper. It has a spinner on it that is very loud. It's probably louder than a whopper plopper or a Chopo. So, what we did was we just painted the belly a bloody design, and I think that turned out very good. Also, another thing I like about these lures here, they're kind of heavy, and they cast a country mile. Uh, so I definitely recommend that frog lure right there. All right, what we got next?
A Chopo.
All right, here's one of our favorite fishing lures, the Berkley Chopo. This one here was a silver and a little bit of black mixed in, and I kind of went uh, a strong blood design on this one, but I really like how it turned out. So I painted the entire belly bloody, and I painted the spinner mostly bloody, the hooks, and I came up on the side just a little bit, and the eyes. I have not fished with this lure yet, but I am really looking forward to trying this one out. All right, what you got next?
A Chopo.
Another Chopo. All right, this is one that Aubrey did. Another Chopo. Love how this one turned out. And she just painted a blood design belly, and it looks like a minnow that is injured badly, and the bass love it. All right, what's the next one?
This one is a Whopper Plopper.
All right, here's a whopper plopper that Aubrey did. She painted the belly, the bloody design, painted the spinner, put a little chartreuse on the spinner, put a little chartreuse on the back hook, and painted the red hook red. She caught some fish off this before we painted it, and we've caught some fish on it since we painted it. So, what you got next?
Another Whopper Plopper.
All right, this is a whopper plopper with a little chartreuse on the sides. It came. Did you paint that, or did it come with that?
It came with that.
All right, so it had the chartreuse on the sides. So she just painted a little bit of bloody belly design on it. So as you can see, we really like fishing topwater plugs, but we're in North Carolina, so not a whole lot of luck with topwater plugs right now, but we're going to be set up for springtime next year.
And then we have another Whopper Plopper.
All right, this is one of my favorite fishing lures here, topwaters. Bloody design belly, I love the way that turned out. I just like the color of this lure in general. I'm a firm believer that whatever lure you fish with, it needs to resemble the bait fish in the body of water that you're fishing in. And in North Carolina, this lure definitely does that. It doesn't matter if you're fishing in lake, pond, or river. this is what the bait fish look like. And you know, these lures right here, they got great casting distance on them. They got a little bit of a shake to them. But we love the Whopper Ploppers and we love the Choppos. What you got next?
A wake bait.
All right, here's a wake bait. This one is from Yo-Zuri. Guess how that's pronounced. This is another great color. Matches a lot of bait fish in this area. And we just touched up the belly and the eyes, and we ran it up on the sides just a little bit. Probably a really good chance that I'm gonna paint this bill right here and bloody up the head a little bit more also. All right, what you got?
I got another wake bait.
All right, here's one of Aubrey's wake baits that she did paint the bill red, and I really like that. She got the belly nice and bloody, and then she painted a couple of streaks of blood on the top. And if you've never fished with a wake bait, they have an extremely cool action. When you cast it out and start reeling it, he's going to go about 2 inches below the surface, and he's got a very strong swim design. Really attracts fish. If you reel it slow, then he will actually just kind of swim on top of the water, and the bass will eat them either way. Great lures if you're fishing in suspended grass or rock areas where there's only maybe, you know, a foot above the grass to the surface of the water. This will just swim right over it. Great lure for that. All right, this one here, one of my favorite lures, Brokeback Rapala. Now, I've had this lure for a lot of years, and I've caught a lot of fish off this, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but there is a lot of scratches on the top of that lure from the fish that I have caught. And we just recently painted the sides, a little bit on the belly and the front. And since we've done that, you know, I've caught a lot of fish on it. And if you've never fished one of these are shallow divers. They do very well. Fish love them things. All right, what you got next?
A brim lure.
All right, this is a crankbait, one of the best crankbaits I've ever used. Looks just like a brim. And the great thing about that is where we are in North Carolina, pretty much everything eats brim. Bass, catfish, you know, all the fish that we go after like to eat brim. This is a shallow runner, you know, probably about 3 feet. And like I said, it looks just like a brim. We got his belly nice and red. Got the hooks red. Paint his eyes red. And before I go to bed tonight, this bill is going to be completely red, and I'm going to have a little bit more red on his face here. So yeah, I really like that lure.
This is a Trucin.
All right, this one is Trucin. This is one that is made by a company I'm not familiar with, but you can get them on Amazon cheap. They are good little lures. They're similar to the Whopper Plopper. This is one that Aubrey put some chartreuse on the belly and on the spinner. These spinners are they feel a little flimsy, but they have held up so far, and they do make a decent sound going through the water, but it's nowhere near as loud as a Chopo or Whopper Plopper. Another thing I like about these lures is the fact that they do not make a big splash. We like fishing in creeks and rivers, and sometimes I don't want that big splash, and these are good for that.
And then we have another Trucen.
Another Trucen, basically the same lure, painted the belly red. Again, Amazon special. I do recommend this lure. This one is a big lure that I have not fished with much yet. Haven't caught anything, but I plan on catching something on it, and I plan on catching about a 10-pound bass on this baby come spring, summertime. And it's got a heck of a rattle to it. And these are the pins that I use to paint the lures, and they stay on very well. I have not had any issues with them, with this marker coming off the lures at all. So I just wanted to show you what we were doing, and if you like the video, please subscribe and hit the like button, and we do appreciate you watching. We're going to be making a bunch of videos, and we would appreciate if you comment and let us know what you think. Have a good day.